just one win for Josh Pastner's club since January 22nd. That was against Pittsburgh. Virginia in the home white, and the Yellow Jackets in the road gold and blue. Amity Diakite is in the starting lineup for the first time since earlier this month. Now, he had a nice game against Louisville, 14 points. They had a look inside earlier in the possession for Banks. Now just 8 to shoot. Here's DeVoe and the southpaw floater. That defense is really hard to describe. Sometimes it can look like a 1-3-1 for Georgia Tech. Sometimes it can look like a 2-3. Scholin driving and scoring, getting the stick back.
Tech has been devoid of that offense. Giving him a lift here early is crucial.
Hunter had it from the nail. Soft touch from Diakite. The ball here for Georgia Tech, getting just his 4th start. A guy who played sparingly for a good portion of this season, but needing more of a spark offensively. Josh Pastner has turned to him, and of course their leading scorer. 4 minutes gone, and here they come trying to take the lead on the number 2 team in the country. And no post doubles so far on Bank.
Beat them down, pursue some easy ones. A guy of Alvarado's size should have some success there.
Scholin tries it from 3 and splashes it through. Pastner got from an AAU coach in Houston has paid dividends. He's got 5. Meanwhile, Virginia has missed its last 5 field goal tries, and Key puts that drought to rest. Braxton Key is an interesting case study in what attracts players to Virginia basketball, because as he's gone through the course of his career, there's a nice slam from Hunter, hunting for a number 1 seed because of DeAndre Hunter.
Mike, how about that short corner once?
Hunter escaped to the corner, quickly smothered, and gets away from that. It's 10 for DeAndre Hunter.
And they understand where the points are going to come from. Sometimes it's better to be the Hunter, remain active. You can't be ball stoppers. Alvarado dribble, dribble, dribble. Defense stays in place. That's easy to guard.
It's Guy from the corner. That's his shot. They've turned a deficit quickly into a 7-point advantage. Deflection in the lane, scooped up by Bank.
Especially against a superior opponent like Virginia.
Everybody looking to make the extra pass. And Salt sweeps it out toward Clark. Turns into a look for 3 from Kyle Guy.
Vying for the opportunity to hoist the hardware. It's going to be hard to pick right now. A lot of teams have impressed me. Virginia putting on a display here.
Here's the ever-versatile Jay Huff. 5 of the 13 games Tony Bennett has coached against Georgia Tech, they've held the Yellow Jackets under 50.
He just has to be more comfortable down there. He's got the skill set. Take your time, big fella, and execute.
Jordan, it almost looks like he's waiting for the double team to come.
Been really impressed by how aggressive he's been in attack mode with the basketball, off the catch, determined to get to the rim.
As was Jerome.
Keeping the ball moving so that defense can't congeal, settle, and do what it does.
Alston rejected by Diakite.
Now watch in the middle. Watch how Ty Jerome is pick and choose spots to flash, and then Hunter will flash mid-post. There's the Hunter flash.
And nobody steps up to guard it. That's too easy. Inside for Banks, goes with the reverse layup, count the basket.
Fear team will come out here and say, okay, we'll live off the 3. Virginia takes that away.
Jerome floats it, collects his own miss.
It was continual activity, and they've gotten away from it.
That would have been quite a reverse lay-in for Huff. 5-on-4 opportunity. Alvarado with the inside-out dribble beats Jerome to the bucket.
Opportunities to get out and run with a guard who's faster with the dribble than a guy in a dead sprint. In Alvarado, you got to pursue those opportunities. Wild play that's going to make SportsCenter. They stay in position, and they talk about taking what the defense gives you. This defense for Virginia takes what the offense gives them, then makes the play.
On the Virginia bench, we'll be watching Giannis and the Bucks take on LeBron and the Lakers at the Staples Center. Coverage starts with NBA Countdown at 7 on ESPN. It's Key against Wright.
How comfortable Jerome is at that mid-post.
Many times that play is called by another name. That was an up and under in the lane.
Really was.
Not a reverse layup. Clark, Guy, Jerome lingering on the perimeter. The 3 swung drills in, averaging 5. And with the departures that they had last year, it's certainly more up for grabs, but he's been a lot more cognizant about doing that.
But you would think pace of play is slow. They're born to watch. This is literally what coaches put on for clinics for coaches across America to watch.
Their leading scorer on the year, Alvarado, with the kick for right as they look inside. There's Salt defending off the dribble.
Coming off that career high versus Miami, he has some confidence as a scorer. Could he be an avenue to pursue for Georgia Tech to save face? He doesn't rely on athleticism. He relies on an understanding of the game. And he is good. He's one of my favorite players to watch in college basketball. Kyle Guy, Ty Jerome, and DeAndre Hunter. They've got a capable bench. They've got a great coach. This is a team that I have pegged to go to Final Four regardless of matchup. Wants to spend his life with him, and a dog owner. Guy's riding high.
We had a great puppy experience. The way he defends as well. You just look at their last few games, the guys he's guarded, whether it's been Nickeil Alexander-Walker or Luke May, just with a different coach.
You know, so much talk about this Georgia Tech team as Jose shoots the gap and gives them a rare, easy one versus Virginia. Young, they're going to take their lumps now. Down the road, they'll be better off for it. 65% of the minutes for Georgia Tech's team comes from freshmen and sophomores, which lends to growth.
Rome brings it across midcourt. Gets the ball screen from Huff. That's always a dangerous option because when Virginia does that, you've got to choose.
This is Yellow Jackets team that struggles to score. They got to come out and defend every night, albeit this is one of the best teams in the nation, but that defense let them down.
DeVoe high off the window.
There's pieces in place for Georgia Tech. They just didn't anticipate Josh Okogie being so good where he moved on to the next level, who's now a starter for the Minnesota Timberwolves. This team, when you expected to have him, you're going to have nights that look like this.
Well, now that we got our obligatory once-per-game Zion Williamson mention out of the way.
I really like Carolina. You got to wait and see what happens with Zion and Duke. Virginia is the most stable to me in terms of, you look at the defensive numbers.
Ties them for first place with North Carolina, and where objectively you can look at the remaining schedules for those teams and say Virginia has the leading role.
Okay, but then you got to go to Syracuse. We know what kind of monster that can be, and then you finish with Louisville, who's going to be itching to get another opportunity against Virginia. They felt like they had him, and then they collapsed in that second half, couldn't score.
It was a 3-on-1 opportunity, still yields an open look. That makes the 15 points a game even more impressive because there are only so many shots to go around, and you're one of the big three on this team, plenty of talented scorers.
What about those showers, Mike, at 6 a.m.? I don't understand
you're
the showers
very determined.
With the half curtain, like the half piece of glass, the rest of it's half open.
Now an ACC school, but you're in the Big East,
Big East.
You're learning. You're learning.
He's able to walk on grounds here. It's a beautiful campus, and they play beautiful basketball.
As the Longhorns go for the sweep over the Bears for the first time in 5 years. Here's Marco Anthony going to the basket. Clark with a beautiful feed for Huff.
A fun end of the season as you look to see who's going to be the one that wins the regular season, and then conference tournament, forget about it. That is going to be an all-out battle.
So let's put it out there. Regular season champion in the ACC is playing.
Virginia, because of the favorable ending, as Huff puts some sauce on it.
151, a Virginia win. Number 2 keeps it rolling to go to 25-2.
Leave nothing for chance. Taking care of business on your home floor against a lesser opponent, that's what the great teams do.